Page 80, I've got music. This isn't I've got rhythm, that's a different song. This is I've got music. And it's 80 and 81, pages 80 and 81. It looks like what's going on? Well, you're getting up there. We're starting to play more involved music here. But again, we just use the same approach I've been using for all the other songs. We take it in bits and pieces and we work on it. It's like here, I might take page 80 and just work on that until I get it. And then I'll go work on page 81 and concentrate on that until I get it. Then I can go back and put them together or whatever. There's different ways of approaching longer music to break it up and make it more manageable. Top of the page, they're talking about musical forms again, and they're back to this form. They're telling you the form of the piece is AABA, but I'd like you to understand why that's there. Why? What? Well, the first melody, that would be section A, and that is here at the beginning. 1, 2. That's that. And then when you get to measure 17, it's a different melody. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a different melody. But when you get to measure 25, you're back to the melody you had on page 80. So that would be back to that one. Well, then the first melody is A. The melody at the top of page 17 is B. And then in measure 25, you went back to the first melody again, so that's A again. So that's an ABA. But stuff on page 80 is repeated. Well, that makes it an AABA because of the repeat. Now let's talk this piece. So we got what? 6 lines long, but it's a repeat, so it's going to act like it's 8 lines long. Okay. Treble and bass clef, 4/4 time. We got quarter notes and half notes and whole notes. We can do all that. I see they put a reverse repeat sign at the beginning. I disagree with that. That is, in my opinion, just incorrect. The repeat sign sends you to the beginning. You don't need a reverse repeat sign. It just seems to me it gives you the wrong idea that you got to have that reverse repeat sign there. Otherwise, why is it there? And it's no. You don't put a reverse repeat sign at the beginning. Just don't. You don't need it. Let's take it right hand first and see. Make sure we got accidentals. So at the beginning, your thumb is here on C, and it's a rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And then an E flat. Just use the same finger. Come down. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. You get the idea. Measure 17. 1, 2, 3. F sharp is here. And again, you want to get to where you can do these sharps and flats without looking at the keyboard. You can feel where that black key is. It's important that you develop that. Left hand. Well, the left hand has these chords. At the beginning, you had the C chord, and it looks ugly, but once you understand it's just a C chord, big deal. You think of it as one unit, a C chord here. And it's tied to the next measure. So you're going to hold all 3 notes down for 8 counts. And it's important in ties, chords like this, every note has to have its own curved line. Because if one note or 2 didn't have a curved line, you'd have to play those notes again while holding down the tied notes. And you'll see that sometimes. So this C chord is with all those lines, and it's just a C chord held down for 2 measures. Then an F for 2 measures, and then a G for 2 measures, and then, what's this at the end? The last 2 measures there on page 80. It's an F and a G together, dotted half note. They can't put them directly because there isn't room, so they have to offset it slightly, and you play them at the same time. Sounds great, I know. And then the C chord. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And that's tied. Now when you get to measure 17, again, it's just the C and G chord. 2, 3, 4, tie, 2, 3, 4. That's about all the left hand's doing. I mean, at the bottom of the page, you do get that accidental. You're playing well along with the right hand. So put the hands together. Here, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 2 measures on page 80. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's syncopated. Syncopated is when you're throwing the rhythm off, or you're throwing the feel of the beat off. You play a note sooner than you think, or you're playing a note later than you think, or an accent. So that we think this, that's what we want. But we play that last note a little quicker. It's like, whoa, what happened? That's syncopation. You'll get to it eventually, but I let the cat out of the bag on that one. Going on, page 17 is 1, 2. Those 3 lines up above, that's just some decorator graphic they put in the book. That has nothing to do with music. Don't let those throw you. They mean nothing to us, okay? It's 1, 2. So once you have the hands together, and you go back, get rid of the hesitations. And when you feel ready, then you can try the articulation, which the only articulation I see for the most part are the slurs. And you have an accent toward the end. So you're going to connect them. Lift up for the rest, of course. You think, so why is the slur even there? Because if it weren't there, you'd connect it anyway, huh? Well, the slur is there because if it were not there, you could do anything you wanted. I could play a staccato, or some of them staccato and not others. It's just, I could do that. However I want to interpret it, it's up to me. But when they put the curved line in, that takes my choices away. Now I got to connect them. And then at the bottom of page 81, you get the accent on the half note and the whole note. A little extra on the end for my soul. Yeah. Speed, well, they say a moderate beat. They could have just said moderately. It has to be accurate. I tend to want to play a little faster than that, but how do you feel it? I don't want the half notes to last too long. I didn't do dynamics. Back up, let's do dynamics. Loud at the beginning, and that's the melody, which is the right hand. These chords, keep them back. Now the first chord at the beginning, because it's at the beginning, you can play that more of a sort of loud. MF, don't play it loud, just sort of loud, because we still want to hear over it. So it's, so I'd say play this left hand about a moderately loud. Yeah. Now understand that the dynamic, like a measure 17, applies to the melody. That's the right hand. They want the right hand moderately soft. So the left hand, you have to be careful here. But because you have 2 beats rest, we can go ahead, I think, and play the left hand moderately soft because it's going to die away. So by the time the right hand plays, it's died away. You're sort of soft. This would be both hands here, I think. And then measure 23 and 24, you get the arrow to get louder. Here, so you're moderately soft up to loud. It's not much, so you just moderately soft, come up a little bit, moderately loud, now loud. The left hand, keep it in the background here. You're loud again. Then the last 2 measures, you're loud, and the accented notes are going to be very loud. And the right hand. The left hand can come up to just under it, but we want to hear the right hand. I want to hear that last note, I want to hear that. So, and there's an RAT there at the end, so slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now there's a difference of opinion on retardandos and how they applied to held notes. So let's talk about that. Just so you understand there's a difference of opinion. Some people on this last measure, they will continue to slow down the count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it sounds like you're holding that longer than 4 counts. Other people say no, Once you've got the note down, you don't change the counting anymore. You keep it that speed. Whatever speed you were at, just keep it that speed. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I'm not slowing down anymore. I'm just staying there. I might do either way. Sometimes it seems one way is better than the other, so you'll have to decide whether you want to do that or not. Whether you keep slowing down in the whole note, or just keep it whatever speed you were at when you played the whole note. Don't know if that made any sense or not, but it made sense to me. Let's play it together slowly and double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics. I can't slow down at the end. So I'll give us 4 counts. We are going to do the repeat though. So I'll give us 4 counts and let's try it slowly. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Go on. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. 2, 2, 4. 2, 3, 4, off. There's a duet for this. I'd like to play that, and you play what we just played. I'm going to speed it up a bit, and I need you to go up an octave on the keyboard. So just pretend the middle C goes up here, and it's up here. So instead of here, you're up here. Play it all up here. I'll give us 4 counts, and I'm going to adjust this bottom part, the teacher's part, just a little bit because I want to be playing quarter notes throughout so we keep a beat going because we have to stay together. 1, 2, ready, go.